The camera's getting it, but I can sure see it with my eyes. What the heck is that, a swarm of? It's crazy. All right, the beekeepers are here, and they're going to attempt to relocate the swarm of honeybees for the Gerbers. He's going to do it old school. Not sure what that means, but I guess we're about to see. All right, here we go. Here comes another big swarm. And their lifespan generally?
Right now, this time of year, your spring and summer bees usually live about 40 days. All right, because they're smaller bees. Now, the bees for winter, and she starts laying them probably, September-ish. She'll start laying special brood, which is going to be the winter bees, and they're a fatter bee. They got more body fat. They're able to keep the hive warmer in the winter. So, and they can live up to approximately 3 months.
Wow.
The winter bees, but they're not collecting honey. They're not collecting nectar to turn into honey. So, they don't even leave their hives in the winter. It's got to be 45 degrees or warmer for them to fly. Most of the time when it's 45 degrees to 50, they just come out the hive, use the restroom, and come right back in the hive.
Wow.
That's the only thing they'll do if they get a chance during the winter.
How long does a queen bee live?
A real good queen can live up to 6 years.
Oh my heavens! Okay.
But that being said, you really want a good strong queen, because a good strong queen can lay 2,000 eggs a day.
Ooh. Okay.
A good strong hive loses about 1,200 bees a day. So
wow,
she's surplusing 800 bees a day.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's coming out ahead 800 bees a day. Estimate on those numbers.
Right.
It could be up or down. But as the years go by and the bee gets older, over, like 2 years, it's a good queen. If they get 3 years old, people start replacing the queens. So I don't replace the queens. They all deserve to live.
So that's the queen that he's got
yes,
there?
ma'am, we're trying to show you, but he's trying to get rid of the other bees.
Why are they not going near her then?
Well, she was walking inside this hive,
Oh.
so now her last scent is inside that hive.
Her pheromones.
All those other bees don't realize we got her in the clear.
Oh, okay. And then will you put her back?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. That right there is secure, so she can't escape.
And there you go.
She can fly out. If she don't like this home, she can fly out before I even get them packed up. And then I got to chase them down the road.
Oh my gosh.
So as long as I got her, those bees ain't going nowhere.
Debbie and I were talking, like, where did these bees come from? Were they all together in the first place, or did they send out the clarion call and say, come with,
no, what happens, the honeybee's main goal and purpose is pollination, and the only way they can be a great pollination is being very reproductive. So their main instinct is to swarm. So that's why the queen lays 2,000 eggs a day. So after a month's time, you can have 10,000 hives. In a month to 2 months, you can have 40 to 50,000 bees in that one box. They're going to be overcrowded. So then she'll lay some eggs, and they're called queen cells. It looks like a big old bold peanut, but that'll be a queen cell. And approximately about 2 days before that new queen is born, she'll fly away from the original home with about 3/4 of the bees. 3/4 of the amount. So say if there was 10,000 bees in there, 8,000 will go with her. The other 2,000 will stay behind, raise that queen when she's getting ready to be born in the next day or two. And then she goes out, and the queen goes out on a mating flight, and she can stay going up, 5 days up to 7 days.
Huh.
Usually it's 5 days. She'll stay gone, and she takes a couple hundred bees with her that protect her and make sure she gets back to her home. But she'll stay gone a week, and she'll come back, and then she'll start laying eggs. So she has to leave and go get mated. That's the only time the queen bee leaves the hive. But back to the swarming, the reason they swarm is because, like I said, the population grows. She leaves the egg, and so these bees come from a swarm that got, or they come from a hive that got too much population,
Okay.
too many bees, not enough space for everybody.
Okay.
So some of them got to move, and they'll start over. But it just, and the great thing about it is when they split, it's like atoms and neutrons and all that stuff. When you split, you got two, and then these split again, and you
Yes.
got two, then
Right,
those split.
right.
You see what I'm saying? That that's what they do. And this time of year, and for like the next 2 months, I could be out every day doing 2 or 3 swarms a day, because this is the time of year they do it. That queen, soon as it gets January the 1st, the queen start laying.
Wow.
She slows down during the winter months, might have a couple hundred just to keep the hive going. You know what I mean? As soon as they, come January 1st, she'll start increasing laying, and they build up real fast, and they got a swarm. So
How far away do you think these bees, could they have come from?
believe it or not, most of the people don't even realize how close beehives are to them, really and truly. So I don't know this neighbor, but say this neighbor could have a beehive. You don't know.
Probably over in the woods there. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been cleared out pretty much.
And a good sign to tell you how close they probably are is real close. Like I said,
Yeah.
could be a neighbor, close neighbor. Because that being said, what happens is the only time that queen leaves the hive is a week after she's born. She goes on her main flight and she comes back. She don't leave that hive unless they get overpopulated, and then she's got a swarm.
Mm.
So at that time, she's not used of flying. She's not a flyer. That's the only time she goes out and flies, mating.
Huh.
Then she comes back, and over months and months, and if you can get her to live for a year, 2 years, she's not familiar with flying. So it takes her time to build those wing muscles back up, to be able to fly. So what happens? She knows she's still got a swarm, so she'll swarm, right over here to the fence line, and hang out there.
Wow.
Yeah,
How long have you been in beekeeping?
This is like my 6th or 7th year.
Wow.
So, but I've been fascinated and studied bees, as far as I can remember. Because like I said, I really love growing my own vegetables and flowers and stuff. And so that's why I've always been interested in it. Finally had the opportunity to get into it, and I did. So all that
That's
COVID
awesome.
money that we got, I took it all, invested in everything I needed for bees at one time. So
Yep.
that's how I got started, and
That's awesome.
I absolutely love it. So
You're probably one of the few people that did something smart with that money.
well, yeah, like I said, I didn't come from money, and I'm not about money, but I did this job, right here. I've been with this company here 24 years. I love what I do. I love making people happy. And we do all types of work, but so
Well, thank goodness
Thank-
there are folks like you out there
Yes,
that
very much so.
can help.
definitely.
I grew up on a farm, And many, many, many years ago, I mean, I was just telling Debbie, I remember honeybees everywhere. Of course, we were running barefoot and we always got stung. And but, they've just, dissipated so much, I think, because of Roundup and whatever chemicals we're using. And
Definitely. Yeah, there's so much to it, and anything that's, you start mixing stuff together and, it ain't natural water,
right.
I don't think it does any good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's a lot about it. There's a lot of research out there on the internet, a lot of studies going on, scientific studies. People every day becoming beekeepers and creating new technology to try to better help the honeybees. So there's a lot
That's
of methods
wonderful.
and ideas and ways to go about being a beekeeper, and each beekeeper is different. Each beekeeper is going to tell you something different.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you got to find what makes you feel good about being a beekeeper. So, and that's how you operate. So, but it all comes down to, at the end of the day, no matter who you are, we all serving the same purpose when it comes to the bees.
Which one's the queen?
The
one
one-
that's
The
inside.
largest
The
one.
one with that long thorax, and that's from the back of the wings where they connect to the body down. You see all these little tiny.
Yeah, there she
That one right
is.
there. She's real long.
Uh-huh. That's
That's-
awesome.